right there, Latin 1. So here we are. Take a look at page 177, and you will see actually that there's even more vocab for you. So, glossary part C. Actually, on 176, they give you nolo, nole, nolui, just so you see it. But then let's take a look at the next page. Sonitum. The I don't know why I didn't give you the full thing. It's sonitum, soniti, neuter. So this is where you get sonic from. But yeah, sonitum. Ita. Ita usually means thus or so. Sometimes it means in this way. So see what fits there. But there you go. Ad mortem. To my death. Yeah, this chapter is actually about Sextus witnessing a murder in his room. That happened. Mors mortis. Mors mortis. It's feminine, which if you know your comic books, you know that Thanos was in love with Lady Death. That's one of the reasons that he did the snappy snappy. And it was kind of dead giveaway. His name, Thanos, means death in Greek. So there's that. But death is a woman in Marvel mythology. But mors mortis, this might be why. This is where you get mortal, mortify, mortuary, all those words that deal with it. Down there, se rogabat, on line 13. This is reflexive. He was asking to himself. So you can do a lot of transitive verbs to yourself, remember. Totus aum. Totus aum. This means all or whole, like the whole thing. Total, the whole box of cereal. Aurum auri. If you know your chemistry, you know that Au is the atomic symbol for gold, and this is why. Actually, Aurelius means golden-haired one, which means his daughter Aurelia would also mean golden-haired one. So if you really think about it, Cornelius's wife, Cornelia's mom, Aurelia, her name really just means Goldie. Pecunia, pecuniae, that's feminine. That means money. Pecuniary is an American word, or at least a British word. Feles, felis. This is feline. That's where we get feline. It means cat. Mus muris. This is kind of a fun one, actually. Mus muris means mouse. And actually the word mus is what gives us the word for muscle. And it's because it looked like if you flex your arm, if you go ahead and do like the bicep thing, and you like take your arm and then you go like that with it, you will see a mouse running across your bicep. Very impressive. Then at the bottom, a bunch more verbs that you've already seen, but let's go over their forms. Respondeo, respondere, respondi, responsurum. Respondeo, respondere, respondi, responsurum. This is to respond or to reply. Let's see. Relinquo, relinquera, reliqui, relictum. This is where we get the word relinquish from. It means to leave behind. Not just to leave, but to leave behind. So you might want to add that in there. To leave behind. Notice also it drops the N when you get to the perfect, and that's really the only difference. And that's frustrating. Tremo, tremora, tremui, which is to tremble. I think we just get the word tremble from there. Sedeo, sedere, sedi, sesurum. Notice that, to sit is not transitive, right? This is where we get the word session from. It's a sitting, right? You sit down. Sediment, sedimentary, stuff like that. Sedentary. Effugio, effugera, effugi. Now notice the U has a macron over it in the perfect. That's the difference. Okay, this is what we call a lengthened vowel stem. So effugio, effugera, effugi. This is what we've seen before. So where you get fugitive. Inspicio, inspicera, inspexi, inspectum. This is to examine. Obviously, you get the word to inspect. This is really like conspicio, conspicera, to spot. So, and a lot of it just comes from specto, spectare, and you're starting to see things like that. Rideo, ridere, rideo, ridere, risi, risum. So this is to smile or to laugh at. This is where deride comes from. Ridiculous comes from here. And yeah, that's that. All right, so make sure, please, that you read pages 178 and 179, like I said. And on the next video, I'll give you one more glossary because we ain't done yet. All right, I'm going to hit the button.